Alrighty, what is going on, my fellow champions in the realm? It's your boy Apxche, and today we're going to be making a tank tier list for the new patch, right? So, as you guys know, there wasn't any tank balance changes, so this should be a fairly easy tier list to do since there won't be any too crazy adjustments, right? We can start with Koa, I guess, right now. I feel like since he's in the front of the list, Koa's like very niche, very situational. I kind of want to leave him an F. But like I want to put him to C because like I feel like he's not completely useless, but Koa's so bad right now. Koa is literally a hook and a shield. His damage irrelevant. His ult, you can barely get it off. And things like that, right? And it's just like there's so many hit scans in the game now that it's like if the enemy team picks Koa early, you go hit scans, and then it's just like his health just gets mitigated by default because you're going to hit headshots on Koa. If you're not hitting headshots on Koa, I don't know. Are you playing with your eyes closed? So we're going to put him in C for now, but I feel like he could easily fall into F. Inara, Inara is definitely better than Koa. I think Inara is balanced right now. I think she's a great tank. She was at the top of the board for a very long time, so now that she's sitting in B, I think that's okay. I think Term might be a little bit better than Inara. I think Term is extremely hard to use though. But actually, he probably he's probably on the balance thing. I think he's better than Inara, but he's still probably balanced. His Siphon is definitely the strongest part of his kit. It's a lot harder to get Siphon resets now, as well as it runs out faster. So he would be A, but with those changes from I think 2 patches ago, it definitely brought him down to B. Fernando, A. Fernando is not broken, contrary to belief. Everybody thinks that if you get Fernando, you just win the game. That is wrong, right? Just because you can hold up a shield all game does not mean you're a good tank. Does not mean you can create an infinite amount of space, right? While your shield is up, you are not shooting. You're not building ult charge. You're not. Well, I mean, you are passively through the, but you're not getting value other than holding your shield up, right? So it's a good tool. It's a very good tool, but it doesn't make him broken. Plus, his shield can be broken. And I feel like not enough people abuse that you can break his shield because they're not buying Wrecker and things like that. Do I think Nando needs a nerf? Yes, I think Nando should get the same treatment as Term. When you drop your shield by choice, you should have an internal cooldown. You should not be able to drop it, put it up, drop it, put it up. I think that's very annoying. In Khan's regard, his shield's just not as strong as Nando's, so it kind of makes sense. But Nando's shield is way stronger than Khan's, so why does it get that treatment? But moving on, Rom is definitely. I want to say A. I think he's definitely better than these 2 tanks and has a lot more playability than these 2 tanks. So I'm gonna put him here. I think he plays super well into these guys. All these people here, he plays super well into. Maybe not as much as Nando, but Nando really can't kill him, right? So Torvald. I think Torvald's balanced. I don't really think he's in a terrible place. I don't really think he's in a great place, right? But I think Torvald sits pretty well. Apxche, definitely A tier. Apxche is very strong. I think she will always be very strong. She does have a few matchups that are a little hard in the off lane. But once you get to late game, Apxche becomes like almost unkillable. She has so much resil, so much DR like from the Haven and stuff like that. That it's like, are you really gonna it's a lot harder to deal with her. Like you have to deal with Apxche early game, and if you're not, that matchup goes from she's losing because you have the advantages to she's no longer losing because she can actually like, okay, you grab me, that's cool. That grab's not throwing me anywhere or rewind or whatever, right? So Barrick, A. I definitely want to add a new tier now because I feel like Barrick's probably a little bit better than some of these. Like I don't know. I think Barrick's like a super safe pick. I think Barrick's the best main tank in the game, not because of how strong he is, but because you can run Barrick into any tank matchup, and I don't think it will ever be bad. Like I think Barrick is the absolute safest main tank pick. If you pick it, you're going to have a good matchup against no matter who's in front of you. And it's going to be at least an even fight, if not in your favor, right? So I think that's why Barrick's an A. I think Barrick's definitely better than Nando if we want to put things in order, right? Yag. I want to put Yag in S, but we all know that's not the case. I think Yag's definitely A. I think she's definitely above balance, and that's just based off her kit. But I think like there's not enough good Yag players to really show that off. You're gonna see her getting banned a lot in rank because you never know who's on the other side, and if the enemy team has a Yag player or someone who is semi decent at Yag, they can do some crazy stuff. Khan is definitely an A. Khan will always be one of the best tanks in the game. He's phenomenal, very 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 strong. Um, has pretty good matchup, has an insane ult, right? Things like that. Ruckus. I think I might want to put I want to put Ruckus in A, but I feel like Ruckus is just in B. I feel like Ruckus is one of those tanks that's very hard to play. Like you got to be really good at Ruckus, and that's what brings him down a little bit. Yag, you got to kind of be good too, right? But like Yag just like does more than most of these tanks, so it's like like Yag has a lot of DR as well as she has a really good ult. Where Ruckus, it's a little bit harder to play Ruckus, so I'd put him down in B. Other than that, like Ruckus is a phenomenal tank. If you put it in the absolute person's best hands, he could be broken. But I mean, I don't know. I don't think he would need a nerf. Atlas. I think Atlas is. I don't know. I think Atlas is S. I think Atlas is really strong. I don't think he has any bad matchups. You could put him in the top of A. And the reason I say that is because this guy exists, and I think Azan is the best tank in the game. Like, I don't think Azan has any bad offlane matchups. His dash makes him CC immune, has good damage, has a little bit of CC, as well as I think has one of the best tankles in the game. Literally being able to kind of dive anywhere you want. For the most part, it's not global, but it's basically like semi-global in a sense. So that it's just kind of ridiculous, right? So like this is kind of how I'm feeling like the list would be, and if I had to adjust it a little bit, I'd probably just like drop him down, and then if I had to drop anybody down from here, it would probably be these two, right? And then if I had to drop anybody down from here, who do I think doesn't belong here? Maybe like maybe that. So this might be the like appropriate tier list, right? Where everybody's in like, I guess the most ideal spot, right? But yeah, this is my opinion as a tank player. If you disagree, you disagree. But from my I guess ideas, I feel like this is probably the way it should be. Like I feel like, and I think I have it in pretty decent order, I'd say. Yeah. So this is what I feel strong on this patch. Take it how you want it, right? But yeah, I definitely think Kazan's the best tank in the game, even with the nerfs that are going to come because he definitely needs them. I don't think it's going to change much, right? So without further ado, I'm going to see you guys in the next video. If you like this video, though, make sure you like and comment, right? Let me know what you like about it. Give me some suggestions. If you want to keep up to date with me and my channel, subscribe, man, so you can watch the videos. So you can watch the videos. But peace out, everybody. Take care.